There I am. Howdy, howdy, everybody. Well, two people anyway. This lovely, rainy, cold night. Well, let's see who we got in here. Let me. Crazy Hillbilly and that fishing channel. Now it says 0. We'll be right back. Ashley. There's Ashley, baby. How you doing? Can you hear me okay? People popping in and out. That fishing channel, what's up, buddy? We're rolling on them watch hours. Getting there. Slow but sure. Sound fine? Okay, thank you, Ash. Well, fishing channel, you do fishing? I gotta shut that light off. Be right back. Oh. All right. There, I like that a little better, darker. Not this week. I hear you, Jeremy. I tell you. Well, thank you, Ashley. Wasn't sure I was really going to go live. Didn't really feel too much like it. There's my old buddy Zed. How you doing, Zed? I've been fishing last couple days. Freezing my butt off. Getting soaking wet. And can't catch a fish. Zed, so I don't know. Gonna try and go again tomorrow. Probably gonna get wet, the way the forecast is talking. Trying to catch some stripers, but boy, we're having a hard time. I don't know if we're doing something wrong, if it's the weather, if the water's too cold. I wish I knew somebody on here that did a lot of striper fishing that could really help me out, but yeah, I haven't been on a whole lot, Zed. I checked yours out the other day. You were live there. I seen you on there, and haven't really been on much. I checked it this morning when I was drinking my coffee and went over a few things that I missed yesterday. And I got on there a few minutes early tonight, and I noticed Possum was live, so I missed Possum. So doggone, I kind of feel bad. I missed Mike's live. I missed Wendy's live. So maybe them guys will get mad and they won't come on my live. I don't know. But anyway, here we are. Hot cup of coffee. Sick and tired of watching the news. Need to go watch Ashley a little bit more, listen to her singing. Maybe that'll cheer things up a little. Colors for striper? What do you mean, bait? We're using live bait. And right now, it ain't working too good. Tim Sweeney, YT, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I got a shad lure. I'm going to try it next time out, but I haven't tried it yet. It's like a 4.5 inch sassy shad. Shad color. Or we got to try. Man, that hits a spot. I went to KFC tonight to get me some chicken tenders. They didn't have any. They didn't hardly have crap. I got one of them chicken bowls. Got it home. Had pieces of chicken in it. I swear it was like gizzards, overcooked gizzards. Couldn't even eat the crap. Threw it in the garbage. Ate the potatoes and the corn that was there, and that was about it. Threw the rest in the garbage. Ended up fixing me a bowl of corn flakes. So that's my lousy supper tonight. So nobody been doing nothing with all this rain going on. Might even try top water. If all else fails, it work for Catfish Dave. Well, the thing with that, I'm not in a river, especially the Tennessee River. I'm in a lake. No current or very little current. No hot water. Water temp was, I caught my striper the other day. It was like 49 or 50. And we went a couple days ago and got soaking wet. The water temp was 47. Yesterday it was 49, going right around 50, 48 to 50, depending on where we was at. Can't seem to get a bite now. I'm not sure what's going on. But we're not done. We're going to keep at it. Might even try and slide in there for a flathead. What I'm wanting to do anyway. Yeah, it was KFC here in Springfield is gone to the crapper. Unrude, friendly people you ever seen. I mean, it is awful. I don't know how they even stay in business. It's been the first time I've ate there in a long time, and I just wanted some fried chicken, and I didn't have none here at home, so I thought, well, I'll run in there. It's the closest one in town, you know. Crap. Worthless. It'll be a long time before I go there again. No, Dad, we're trying to troll. We're trolling for them. We've tried anywhere from 0.2 to 1 mile an hour. Of course, we're fighting the wind. Been overcast, raining off and on, overcast. Windy as a dickens. Gusts of wind, 20, 30 mile an hour constantly. Just been miserable, I guess. Maybe that's why. I don't know. So somebody's got to be able to tell us a story. Trying to find a good place to eat. I went out to took my boy and the grandkids out the other day. We went to get a steak. Longhorn, that's my favorite steakhouse, and just bad luck for me lately. Hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes to get a friggin' table. Another hour and something to get your food to eat it, and it was overcooked. It was terrible, just terrible. Prices are skyrocketing. Pretty bad. Warming up leftovers. What are you warming up, Zed? Don't tell me no fried chicken now. I got chicken wings thawed out. I didn't have no cotton picking oil to fry them in. And I didn't really just sort of button my shirt up a little bit. I just drew an old shirt on. I don't even have a t-shirt on. I didn't want barbecue or baked chicken. I wanted fried chicken. But oh well. Maybe tomorrow. Might have to go hit Golden Corral and get some fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and gravy, some corn. Won't that sound good? Coming right up, Zed. Anybody want to pop up? You're welcome. As long as I know who it is. Hey, Samson, how you doing, Mike?
Yeah. Water, man.
You're having boiled water for supper, huh?
I'm having boiled water.
Hey, River Rat, how you doing, buddy? What you warming up with water?
Some instant mashed potatoes because I got my leftover short ribs that are in mushroom gravy from last night.
Yeah, there you go. Heck yeah.
So that's why I'm going to put you down.
No problem, bro.
Yeah,
Do what?
So I've eaten like fried chicken. I got Bojangles, which I've maybe eaten there twice.
Yeah.
But honestly, I mean, a good home cooked meal is really good.
Yeah, I do it most of the time. Every now and then I like to go out.
Oh,
Hadn't
I
seen
know.
the for a while, so took them out. Had a decent supper, but crappie, actually.
I mean, even just get those cravings and stuff. Taco Bell or last time I went to Taco Bell though, it wasn't that good either.
I ate some JFC at work. What the heck's JFC? Don't say Jeremy's fried chicken. Or fried catfish, probably. River Rat, you recuperating, buddy, after your surgery? Hope you're getting better.
Oh gosh, I don't know if this is gonna be any good or not.
Jeremy's fried chicken. I gotta admit, I can't make it like my mom used to.
I was just thinking that, Rick.
Yeah, I can't fry it like she used to. Mine's either the crispy's too hard or too salty or it don't taste right.
I mean, I don't think I've never made fried chicken.
Oh, I've made a lot of fried chicken.
That's one thing I've never cooked.
I've ate chicken every way you can make chicken. I've ate shit that ain't even chicken that tastes like chicken. Everything tastes like chicken.
I mean, rotisserie chicken, yeah. But baked chicken, yeah. I mean, never actually done that.
Yeah.
Never tried doing Kentucky Fried Chicken. I don't know. I never got the knack for it.
Kentucky Fried used to really be good, but they've been going downhill for years. And man, this place we got down here, I'm telling you, it is garbage. God, it's terrible. I don't know how they can survive. What's up, Bigfoot?
Not much. What's up?
Sound good. How's your eyeballs doing?
Doing great.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
The right eye is completely healed. The left eye still has a little bit more healing to do.
Can you
I
tell
go
the
with.
difference?
Oh yeah, I can tell the difference.
Good.
I'm,
Heck
I'm just
yeah.
glad that I'm just glad I don't need no glasses. I don't need no reading glasses. Nothing.
God, I wish I could do that, Abbott.
Eye fishing channel. It costed a pretty penny just to get that happy smile surgery done. That's what they.
Probably my boss had it, and it was like $5,000 an eyeball.
Yeah, it's about that.
And it lasted him that he got that right when I started working with him about 20 years ago. And when I talked to him here a month or so ago, he said it was starting to wear off. But it
What
worked.
what they did with me, they replaced the lens and took out the cataracts. They didn't do the
Yeah.
laser surgery. Laser
Okay.
surgery will wear off after 20 years.
Yeah, he had a laser.
I didn't
He
get
had
laser. I had the scalpel.
Yeah, I had both my eyes done last year. Cataracts.
I tell you what, if you get the what they call the smile procedure, it's a lot better than the laser. But I tell you what, they'll put you out for the smile surgery. So you don't see that light and you don't see the doctor coming at you with a scalpel. Hey, Fishing Channel, hi, River Rats. So what are you guys up to tonight? Hi, Ashley. I got me some new spooks. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm just heating up my dinner and came up to keep Rick company.
I got me some 7-inch spook rattles. These things are big. These things are, I mean, can you hear them?
Oh yeah.
Those are nice rattles, but they're longer than my hand. They're shad colored, and they float.
Yeah, sorry about that, Abbott. I was getting me some coffee. I wasn't ignoring you.
Oh, no problem.
What did you get? New rattles?
Yeah, they're 7-inch super spooks, 7-inch spooks.
7-inch?
Yeah,
Let me see them. Yeah.
those are 7 inches.
Dang. I don't think the ones I had were 7s. I think it was like 4.5 or 5.
The normal ones are only 4 1/4, 4 1/4 to 4.5.
Yeah, that's what I have.
And these work in really good heavy current.
They do? Or
Yeah, these are made. These are like a saltwater top water lure that they use for stripers.
Gotcha. Hey, Einstein. Air Run, what's up, buddy? Well, we've been trying to catch stripers the last couple of days, and it's been overcast, raining, windier than hell. Man, we can't get a bite. I don't know if we're doing something wrong or what, but I'm really starting to get frustrated. Spent 5 hours one day, 4 hours another, trolling for them dudes. What's weird, I caught that one and lost another one the very first time I ever tried it, and since then, we can't even get a hold of one.
Yeah, but I'm just enjoying this new vision that I've got and get itching to get out. So I might go out
Coming
fishing.
up,
I'm gonna try to get out
coming up.
fishing Sunday if the weather's permitting.
We're going to try and hit it again tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. They called for rain all day today and thunderstorms and shit. Didn't hardly rain at all here. I mean, off and on a little bit, but
Well, I've been watching the
we're going to
forecast
try it tomorrow.
down here. I've been watching the forecast for down here, and it's starting to clear up, and it's getting warm.
Yeah, it ain't
Ashley,
warming up because the weather won't warm up.
Ashley had beef ribs, mashed potatoes, corn on the cob, spinach, and fruit pie.
Damn.
She asked me what I cooked for dinner. She asked. I told her.
We lost Zeb, didn't we? He's eating dinner, I think.
Yeah, I guess so. But hey, that's dinner if you want some, Ashley.
She said, make her dinner. Well, I ain't blocked you. Blocked from StreamYard. I don't know, Aaron. I ain't blocked you. Let me flop around here. What's that little star mean by your name?
I have no clue.
I don't either. Huh. Starred one. Oh, that means just you if you don't want to forget a comment. I don't know, Aaron. I ain't blocked you.
I don't know what's wrong with that then.
But I'll find out. I don't know how I can do it now, but
Actually, go down to settings, down below you.
yeah,
Go to settings.
yeah,
Go down to guest,
yeah.
and where it says authenticate, uncheck it.
Yep, somebody banned him. There it is. Try it, Aaron. Try it again.
I don't know how he got banned from being up on your panel.
I don't know, but you ain't banned no more. Try it again, Aaron. I think I fixed it. I don't remember doing it, but I've got moderators that could have done it. Maybe, I don't know.
Don't know. StreamYard could have done it too, so you never know.
Yeah, and there's
StreamYard,
another one too that gave me trouble a couple times. He banned. So
yeah, I remember that one. You banned him.
yeah,
You banned that
yeah,
trouble. You banned that person. So
yeah. But you're good now, Aaron. Maybe you got to reset your thing or something. But I just checked my settings and I'll double check it again. You're good
yeah,
to go now.
go back into the where it says guest and where you have your people banned and see if he's make sure he's unbanned.
Guess must authenticate.
The
I tell you, probably.
authentication should stay on, but if you had him banned in there, make sure he's unbanned.
Yeah, I just unbanded him. I guess I unbanned him. I clicked the X box, it removed him.
Okay.
If not, I'll figure it out later.
Well, that should have taken the allowed him to come in now.
He's good now. There he is.
What up, Puddin'?
I don't know who done it or what.
No, it was that. No, it was that one night. Them guys come up there. That weird shit that was happening and shit. And you thought I was making all these accounts and shit. And I just said, "Fuck it," I left. And it said block, so I left. It wasn't me. I don't make accounts, and I don't make fake accounts. I come in as my name. I don't have to make fake accounts.
I guess. Hell, I don't know. You're in there now, brother.
Yeah, I thanks. Yeah, hell yeah. I just wanted to come up and support you because I love you. You know what I mean? No matter what's happened and who said what, I've already checked that shit. So now we can have fun again.
Well, yeah.
Hey, Tim.
There's that weird son of a. There's that weird. There's that weird son of a bitch. Son of a gun. Sorry, Rick.
How's it going? How's it going?
I wish somebody'd tell me how to catch a striper because I never forgot how.
I don't know how. Shad.
Hey, hey, lots of time on the water. About all I can say.
Dude, you missed Rick. Hey, you missed the giveaway, my 350 subscriber giveaway. That'd have been perfect for you. I gave away jigs and I gave away jigs and. Oh yeah, man! I had Retro was on. Retro's a good friend of mine. He does karaoke and he does that. And he shares all those Filipino and Hong Kong people that sing karaoke. Dude, I had every team. I had so many people in my live last night from around the world, those teams. And people were coming into my live that I ain't seen in fucking forever just so they could get recognized. So I deleted the live.
I'll be darned.
I was like, what the fuck, man? No, man, I've been busy. We've been fucking.
I was wondering about that because I seen you were up and I was going to come and watch it. And yeah, deleted it.
Oh, I let Retro take my channel over. I think we're going to do it. I don't give a shit. That's it. I'm not going to say nothing about that boy. I don't even want to talk about him. That's, I came up. Did you say possum? I'm not worried about any of this shit. I just wanted to come up and bullshit with you and Ab and, and talk about fishing. I ain't worried about all that bad stuff. We have fun now.
Aaron,
we weeded out the fucks. What?
Aaron, you been flathead yet? You been flathead yet?
Me? No, I don't go till I don't. No. Not me. Not yet. Not when I don't go till April.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's different. What's the water temperature like down there right now?
I don't know. I haven't been. I've just been crappie fishing a couple times. I've been really busy doing shit, and it's just not. I'm not in the mood. You know what I mean? So I'm not. Once April, when April gets here.
Yeah, we're not even catching crappie when we're trying to catch. I'm
going bigger baits this year because you think about flatheads. Flatheads, Aaron Yates, which is me, flatheads and bluegill. We love hot water and we love hot. I hate the cold. You know what I mean? Because you can catch bluegills and flatheads up to 90-degree water and as low as 40. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But I mean, you can catch them right now. Don't get me wrong, because it's a good time to catch blues and flatheads right now is up around the bank because those bass and crappie and shit are spawning up around the bank. And that's what me and what's his name was talking about. I was going to do a fishing segment about fish smell when they're spawning. They have a different smell.
Yeah.
I'm not a professional fisherman or nothing like that. It's just I've been bouncing weights and baits my whole life. I was a trophy catter by 20 years old. My first 40-pound flathead, I turned 16 years old the day I got my driver's license. Shit, October the 10th, 1986. I remember all my giants. Shit. But I'm a flathead guy. I don't give a fuck about blue. I tell you, I love them. I'm telling you. Well, look, I kicked off.
You have a good hot shower, boy, and you get your body is itching like that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I gotta have one. I mean, yeah, because I say, Teresa, will you scratch my back? And she goes, what? And it's like, no, you got to take a shower because she scratches my back and the sweat and shit on there gets dirt under her fingernails. And she's like, fuck that. Shit. What are you doing, Tim? Avid, what are y'all doing tonight? Just shooting the shit?
Yep, getting ready for work here in a little bit.
Same here.
Yeah.
Hey. Ding.
Get ready for work.
I see that.
Yeah.
Good, Carp.
I don't need. Shit, it's 74 degrees here.
And man, it'd be nice if it was here, boy. Woo!
I got the window open. Look, I got the window open. Yeah, sitting here with the window. Oh, yeah. And my fishing reel.
You suck, dude. You suck, man. It's at least it's in the 50s here. I mean,
hey, it's 62 here.
Well, it's going to be a cold front coming in tomorrow. Look at, I'm going to show you. Look at hey, that's how bad the wind blew today. Look at this. That's sand drifts. Look at the stop sign. That's how bad the wind blew today. It blew all that sand.
Really?
Yeah.
That.
That's up western Oklahoma. Yeah, it's been blowing like a mad dog here.
Well, it tore up my backyard.
Did y'all see it, or was it?
Oh,
did y'all see it, or was it froze?
No, we saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? It had Val. You know, he's one of the best storm chasers we got in the state. We're gonna have tennis ball size hail and winds and all that crap tomorrow. So it's spring's here, boys. You know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It was 77 today.
Damn.
Great
Well,
day.
you know, here now.
I heard you. Well, I heard you and Avid talking a while ago, and it says you can't catch shit. What's the holdup?
Can't get
It's the weather. It's the weather here. It's the weather here.
Well, Aaron, hey, both of those guys are 2.5 hours north of me, where it's 50, and I'm down here where it's 62, 65 degrees.
Yeah, you're down there by St. Louis, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm down here where good fishing is.
It's strictly the weather right here now, Aaron, because it's up and down. It won't level out, you know. So yeah, it won't level out. So we should somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, 38 degrees water here in my lake, and the other lake where our
you know,
is 48.
Tim and Rick, you know that cold weather loves Mike, so that cold weather's going to go right and follow Mike everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, though, man, these blues are up around the banks, man. You ought to try closer to the bank.
I ain't even been for blues. I'm trying for stripers.
And flatheads are chasing the
you got Yeah, I love spotted bass. I love spotted bass for live bait. See, in Oklahoma, we can use anything if we catch it with a hook, like crappie. Right. Last year, we just started to be able to cut crappie. You know what I mean? But very rarely I use cut crappie. But crappie and bluegill are my favorite, too.
Crappie here won't happen for another month or so. Here where I'm at. So the bass
they start.
So.
Yeah, bass are doing real good.
I know. Blues and flatheads are chasing them.
Hey, Rick.
Down here,
Rick,
yeah.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
You up for Sunday, Rick?
Yeah.
I'll be in Springfield probably 11:30. That's about what time I'll show up in there.
You want me to set up by the dam?
Somewhere.
All right, yeah. Mike kind of texted me this morning a little bit. I haven't talked to him much about it, but yeah, I'll be up for it. It's probably going to be raining. Probably ain't going to be.
You ain't going to catch shit.
We're going to try.
I know. Those are some nice crappie. Hey, those were some nice crappie that you caught, though, Rick. I seen that. I thumbs up it. Those are some nice ones.
Yeah, we've been catching some nice ones. I mean, we caught a bunch yesterday that was 4 inches long, you know. I'd love to use them for bait, but we threw them back. Can
you not use live crappie for bait?
No.
You can if you catch it on the reel and it's 10 inches long and you put it on a hole.
Hey, that's perfect. I love 8 to 10 inch crappie. Or hand size, like 30, 40s, and 50s. I mean, and then if you want it, like, there's a certain time of the year for flatheads that these big girls, these big females, they really, really like big live bait.
We know you're late. No, apologize.
Look here,
Wendy.
So you think they'll eat crappie with no problem, huh?
No problem.
I got this for Sunday.
I tell you, that's slick. That's a good looking rod. Have you seen the new TWCs?
It's the Patriot.
Red, white, and blue, baby. It's like my stickers. I get them tomorrow in the mail.
Do you?
Yeah.
Good. My address.
Yeah. I think we got yours, Rick. On the.
You got mine?
We still got Rick's address. Yeah, I got yours in the email.
Okay.
Hey, Wiggs.
One of them is my avatar right here. Is this one of them? Is this one?
I like that. I like that, Abbott. That's a new one, isn't it? That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, because my
air run.
no, it's this one. I'll show you. Hang on a minute. I'll show you which one.
Yeah, but your name is up in the air, so it needs to say up in the air, Ron.
It will. Hang on a minute. I'll show you. Yeah, I'm only getting 25 a piece of them, and I'm not trying to. I wouldn't even know I was going to get them until. Let me see if it's this one. I think it's that one. But it was Randy got them for me, and then had Devil Dog and his wife make them. So they just sent me the tracking number, so they should be here tomorrow. Here's the other one right here.
Yeah, here's the other one right here. Made for $20.
I like that one too.
I like that one.
This one here is a sunset on the river.
That's a good looking picture of it. I like that. I got one like that with pinks and shit in it with my rods in it. But this one,
that one was taken on the Kaskaskia River.
If you kind of if you glance at my symbol, it looks presidential. Because I'm the president, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. I'm President Puddin'. No, let me take that avatar off, and I'll put the other one back on. But that one's right here. It says up in the air and out, up in the air, and then on the bottom outdoors. But there's a guy standing in the middle of Aaron with a rod bent over it. He's blue. They're just 3-inch stickers. You know what I mean? I never even planned on getting any, but damn Randy, and then and Outlaw. It was very nice of them. I got 25. It is what it is.
What
up, Mike? I really need to talk to Big Mike. If you would email me, Mike, please. And Wendy, you're a liar. Oh, she said I didn't. No, I really need to talk to you. I really do. It's about really do. Nothing negative or nothing like that, but it's about helping your channel. Or something. Yeah. You'll like it. Yeah, it's nothing negative. We don't do negative stuff no more. We're all positive and trying to have fun and just get through. There's too much energy. You spend too much energy trying to fuck with somebody. So just use that energy to smile and have fun. There
you go. There you go.
And I love fishing. I'm very good at flathead fishing. I'm not very good at blue cat fishing, so you don't really hear me talk about it very much because I don't fuck with them, or mess with them. Sorry, Rick. And I'm very good at it. I'm not like a professional fisherman or nothing like that, but I'm pretty damn good at it. You see who my friends are, so they wouldn't run with me if I wasn't a chump,
She said she'd call you back later, Aaron.
I do pretty good with my flathead fishing.
I love flatheads, 8 to 15 foot. Man, you hit April and May, shit, with live bait, it's on. You better hang on.
We've got the lake where they've been catching them, so I'm going to try.
I love flatheads, man. I love them. I just love them.
I love eating them.
I do too, especially them 10 pounders. I won't eat anything over 20. I don't care what it is. I won't.
You get a good 10, 15 pound flathead, and that's the best fish you'll ever have.
Oh my God. I'm telling you, you cut that tail off and you run a water hose in their mouth and you get all that blood out of that meat. Shit, it'll look like crappie meat. And you would be like, hell.
Catch any, Mike?
Shit, for real, what?
Big Mike said you left the dam. I wonder if he caught any.
I was watching 3+1, and you got Cody and them and Catfish Viking down there on Wilson fishing. I was watching them earlier. I think they did a 3-day deal down there. I don't know.
Yeah, they did. They did.
No, what?
Boy, I really like Wilson Lake.
I just want to tell y'all. I just want to tell y'all something. Hang on a minute. Let me take me off. All right, look. Here's my face. God dang it. I just want to let y'all know I apologize for anything I've ever done to any of y'all. You know what I mean? Which I haven't. But I just want to let y'all know, hey, we're not here to wreck. I just want to have fun. I just want to fish and just have fun with my friends like we did before. you know, because we were having fun. You know, shit got, you know, this got this and this got that. And I just want to apologize right here on the air to y'all guys. You know, if you don't fucking like me, I don't care. I just want to apologize as a man. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens.
Aaron, I want you to say you're my friend. You'll always be my friend, no matter what happens.
I don't like you. No. You know, we all, let's just have a good 2023 and stop the bullshit and just have fun with everybody. It's tiring. I'm sick of it. I just want to have fun with y'all. I miss pudding. I miss fucking around. I just miss, you know, it's fun. We had fun.
I miss it too, brother. I miss it too.
Hey, Rick.
You know, I don't, even though we fight and argue and, you know, as boys and all that, I've never took nobody off of my mod. You're always welcome, no matter what you know, you're always welcome. You know, I just want to come up and tell y'all I'm sorry if anything I've ever done to any of y'all. You know, I just want to try, you know, let's just have fun, you know, talk like we used to. Shit.
I stepped when that
you
shit
want to
happened,
what?
I just step away and I walk away from it.
No, I don't. You know why? That's what they want you.
I don't.
I'd rather do that.
You just go like this. Fuck you. Just, you know, it's fun though, guys. I mean, we had fun. Y'all had fun. Abbott has fun. Tim has fun. Everybody has fun on different channels. So let's just use our energy for fun and smiles. It's too much energy to be negative and just red. You know, I just want to tell y'all I'm sorry. You know, if you know, that's all I got to say, you know. And so, Puddin', you need a haircut.
Yeah, no. As soon as it starts warming up, I'm going to have one. I'm going to get looking pretty again.
Well, I got somebody.
Woo! I need to put in a ponytail. Almost make a ponytail back there.
Hey, Rick.
Shit, Rick will be looking like me for long.
Oh yeah, look at that.
The hair on the back of my neck is about down below my shoulder.
And his back?
I don't know what it is. Hey, hi, Jody.
Hey, Jody, baby.
Hey.
How's it going, girl?
Did Abbott say the hair on his back?
Back of his neck.
He's like, now that we know why you call him Bigfoot. That motherfucker.
He's a hairy toe.
This motherfucker, hey, he's got afros on his toes. Oh shit! So what y'all want to get into tonight? I just came up to bullshit with y'all and say hey, and you know me, shit.
I can't catch no striper.
Where are you catching stripers at? In your lake, or are you going somewhere else?
Going somewhere else.
Are you fishing the place where you showed that big one where you're standing on the boat?
Yeah.
What are y'all using for bait?
Live
shad?
Bluegill.
Try shad. Even if they die, they're still. That's what they do at Hetsoma.
Put a topwater rattle in front of them with a 9-inch leader from the rattle to the hook, and try that.
Yeah.
See if that anything.
We're gonna try something different because what we're doing ain't working.
What do you need? One of these lures right here that Glacier Shark won from me?
What the hell is that for?
This is for mahi. I gave it to
hit him. Stripers that hit him.
That's that striper I caught. What are you talking about?
See the eyes?
Yeah.
You can hear them rattle. It's called it tells you what it is if you can kind of see it.
Our water's so dirty down here, fish can't see that.
Kumacha or whatever.
Kumechi.
Yeah.
Kumechi.
But it's got their long. I mean, these are like. I mean, you could pull the. I mean, these are. I mean, tough rubbers. But it's got a long leader on it. See that long leader? But yeah, I'm never going to do anything with it, so I just gave it to Glacier Shark. Did you see them damn halibuts he caught? Huh?
Yeah.
Shit, he had a bag. They were Glacier Shark. They were pulling his shit up off because he's a commercial fisherman in Alaska, and they were pulling his bag of fish up. And I was like, dude, he had a good day. I thought they were king salmon and shit. When they open it up and dump them out, those are some of the biggest halibuts I've ever seen in my life.
Really? He catches them around. He catches them northwest up there around Alaska and Seattle.
He's in he's in he's in Alaska, Evan, but he's in that Yakutat. Where is that? Yakutat or some shit. Yeah.
Yucatan Peninsula.
No, it's not Yucatan. No, it's not Yucatan. It's Yucatat or some shit. It's not Yucatan.
That's south of the last Anchorage.
Well, he fishes a bay. And sometimes when he's on the boat, it looks so pretty, like a puzzle. You know how you got the mountains with the snow and the water's a different color, and it looks like a damn puzzle. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's south of Anchorage on the coast.
Right.
He's in that good area for flounder and rock bass and all them good things. I wish I could go up there and catch some of them flounders. No
shit. You know, I want, man. You ought to go. Have you seen them, Rick? Click on you. Those are huge.
8 pounder when I was in Florida when I was about 18.
Hey Tim.
Yeah.
See that fish in the thumbnail?
Yep.
That's a Kaskaskia 70-pound blue.
Ooh. Nice.
Down in my waters. Guess what he was on?
Aaron must be having problems out there in Oklahoma.
Hey, Southern Song Grove, send them right here. You can go live right here, baby. We'll set you right up. I got plenty of
eyes. 7-inch bluegill, Tim.
7-inch bluegill?
Live bait.
Where'd their run go?
I think he dropped out. He might be having some problems out there in Oklahoma, right?
I think he hit the wrong button.
Call him on the phone and texted him, so he probably got phone call mad.
Yeah, but that's the Kaskaskia River there. He's a long boy, but he is heavy too.
Yeah, he is real long. Looks like a torpedo.
Yeah. Down here, they're long and slender, but they're really fat in the belly. But they got the weight.
You need the link to get back, or you got it?
He says he got kicked off, but no one kicked him off.
Nah, I think that damn Wi-Fi shit does that automatically. Yeah. I had a lot of problem with that a while back.
That's what I want to get you down here on, Tim.
I want to get down there on that.
Yeah, Tim, we'll go Sunday. We'll probably meet you out there around 11. I got us a hot spot we'll go to, and if somebody's there, I guess we'll go to Mike's spot.
Now, how am I going to get to the dam area? Do I stay on 55 and go around Springfield?
Yeah.
Is the lake on
55 to the power plant? You can't miss it.
Is the lake on the south side of the city?
The lake, I thought it was on the north side.
You're coming from Champaign, 72, right?
Yeah.
You get on 55 and go south. You'll go past 29, and then the next exit will be Stevenson Drive. You want to take Stevenson Drive. You'll see the power plant.
Okay.
Go straight for the power plant.
All right. Stevenson Drive. I got it. All right, that'd be easy enough.
Yeah, I drove by that lake when I went through Springfield once. I almost fished it, but I was running late, so I didn't. I just kept going. Oh, there he went again.
Yeah, I sent my reel to Thomas to have him fix it, and it's not back yet, but I might have to just take my pin reel and put it on my Patriot rod for Sunday.
I didn't think you'd mind, Wendy.
Yeah, he does, Wendy.
Yeah, I'm going to start pinning some different friends up there. I don't know if I can pin more than one, can I, Evan?
No, you'd have to have them wrote out. You could do 2 links in one chat, then pin it. You could do one person's link, then add another link below it before you hit enter. Then you could pin it that way.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Joe Ziegler. How you doing, Joe?
Hey, Joe, what's going on?
Hey, Ryan, I don't know what happened, buddy, but I put the link up and you popped back out.
Yeah, I'd like to get you and retired Rick and Mike on that Kaskaskia River.
You got a boat, Evan?
No, I don't. I do it from the bank.
From the bank?
But I had,
Well,
yeah, but I had.
Get set up, we'll come down here, but make it a nice weekend where we can fish and or a nice day.
Trust me, it has the spots I have. I go fishing has boat ramps for boats for people who fish from a boat.
Yeah,
I do it from the bank. But when I set up for flathead fishing at night, I don't move. I don't move like people move for blue cats.
Well, I don't mind sitting for an hour, but you got to move, man. You can't just sit there all night unless you're in a hell of a spot.
Yeah, but if you're fishing for flatheads and you know they're there, you don't move because you're waiting for the flatheads to bite, not the blues.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I was just sitting there and it just. Sorry, Evan.
Yeah, you just disappeared. Then I tried to get you back and you popped off again. So.
Aaron will tell you the same thing. If you're flathead fishing, you're sitting there for a duration. You're not moving anytime soon.
Well,
no.
If it's your boat, you want to sit, I guess you sit. But other people, like my buddy I fish with, he likes to move in about 45, 30 or an hour, We'll move.
Flatheads and blues are different, though.
Yeah, blues you move every 30 minutes. Flatheads
you might move, but listen though, you might move, and they come right to that spot you were at when you left. I've done this, Mark. It sucks. We've chased these flatheads are hard to chase.
Yeah, I know. When you move to where they're at.
How do you know? What if they're under a ledge and they move?
Just like you don't know if they move when you move.
Right. You got it. That's fishing.
I go to a lot of places I know flatheads are at.
I gotta get my coffee.
See, the way that I look at it, if you're a bank fisherman like me, I love dropping baits. I used to throw my baits off all the time, blah, blah, blah. Y'all have heard all this many a times from my dumb ass. You know what I mean? But I like dropping baits. And I put my Navy Onyx on my phone or on my leg, and I watch my arrow, and whatever line I want, I drop one at whatever line. And whatever line that I catch it on, I'll reel them other ones up to that line, and I'll catch 2 or 3 more. Now, if you go to a lake or a reservoir and you're bank fishing, you're going to be lucky to catch 1 or 2 flatheads a night, unless you're at a certain times of the year and you're in a good spot, blah, blah, blah. But me, I know where to go. I know what's, like I said, it's just, I'm a predator, and I've always loved flatheads, and I learned in the mouth. That's where I learned, in the mouth of Lake Eufaula, Oklahoma, with my grandfather, watching them throwing big bait. Right. I've learned in that. Huh?
I fished Lake Eufaula when I was there.
I know. I got a different number, Big Mike. Just email me.
I fished Lake Eufaula. I've fished a lot of those lakes in Oklahoma.
I was raised on that with my grandfather, and I was talking to another buddy of mine. I might have said it live one night, and back in the day, we used lake maps when I was a kid. Grandpas and all them, they used lake maps. Yeah, and there's this one lake map, right? There's this one lake map that I would love to have for my grandfather that I would frame. Because it says 1976, 1977, there's an X, and there's all these different colors markings all the way from the 70s to the 80s, and they'll tell you 86, and you know what I mean? And what's cool is I got it out of the glove box because it was always, get that fucking map out of there, whatever. And I ripped it, pulling it out, and like I said, we had an STP, them old school STP stickers that were all white, and it had the red STP. Well, it's stuck on the back of that map where it was tore. But I wanted to frame it. If I could find it, I wanted to frame it because that's my life and my history of what I learned and how to fish. Because those marks and shit on that lake, those fish are still there. They're just bigger. Yeah.
I think I still have that map when I was there.
You know what? I tell you, but my grandpa's has pin marks, Sharpie marks, all different colors, pin marks on this. It's just history. And I'd love to find it and frame it because it's just something that it's just for me. But you know what's cool? If any of y'all can find y'all's old lake maps from the 80s and y'all got marked, frame them. They're exciting. I like that shit. You know what I mean?
I got the Eufaula map from 1968 to 72.
Yeah, Ron, big what's your email?
Is Wendy in chat?
Yeah, she dropped the email.
Okay. Yeah, she knows it. Yeah.
All right.
I got the Lake Eufaula map from 68 to 72.
Well, you know, like I said, I did a flathead talk about this balloon rig and bullshit. Well, I deleted it. You know what I mean? So I redone it. Well, I redone it because I had so many requests and emails and Facebook messages and text messages. Hey, can you redo that balloon talk? And kind of, so I put a few things together out of my head and a couple things that I've researched through the years and all that. And I kind of put it together real quick. And I was telling everybody, y'all suck. Because I was trying to do a Q&A, and I said, this was all for y'all. So, you know what? I said, if y'all want to learn how to fish from somebody, go watch somebody else. Shit. You know what I mean?
I do a blue rig from time to time on the Kaskaskia River.
Now, what'd you say, Rick?
How long a leader line do you want for a flathead?
It depends on me. I like 18. A lot of people like 16. They like it short and sweet. But me, I like an 18 and a 20.
I go from 18 to 26.
Yeah, but it pulls. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to give y'all a little trick if y'all didn't know this. Or, you know, now, when you hook your bait, so here's the tail. Here's the top end, and here's the face. Now, when you hook it in the back at the top, that's keeping that fish down. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you hook it up underneath where his asshole and shit is right here, and then it goes to his tail, you know, if you hook it underneath there, it'll pull that bait up. It'll swim up. That's a little trick. Yeah, it's a trick. Yeah. You hook that son bitch in the belly, in the bottom, below it, back from that asshole, and you hook it, and it'll bring that bait up. But if you hook it in the back, it'll kind of keep it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've learned that. You know, just if it's a little tip that I've used, but if it helps.
You talking about fishing or with the cork?
No. I'm talking about. You know me. I don't cork fish and shit. I use a balloon sometimes, but I fish the bottom. I flathead fish. I'm not. See, like my favorite two rigs. You know, there's three rigs. You got that Sante Cooper, you got the Carolina, and you got the Kentucky rig. Now the Kentucky rig is a really good rig. That and the Sante or the Carolina. Those are my two favorite. There's three, but you add a bob or a peg float, and then you got your Sante Cooper. But my main two is a Kentucky rig and a Carolina. But I will do a rig on Carolina on this rod, and I'll put a Kentucky on this rod. But I do waist high. So when your rod is standing up, because a lot of people will put their weight at the bottom, and they'll come up a little bit like this far, and they'll put their loop, and it's only hanging this far off the bottom. When their rods are standing up and their line is going down like that. So what I do is I bring it up to my waist and put my loop. So whenever your rod is up and your line is coming down, it's up off the ground about this much. About a foot and a half, 2 foot. Little tricks and trades. Like my buddy Combat, his are chest high, neck high. Mine are waist high. His are blues. Mine are flatheads.
Gotcha.
That's just Chris. That's just Chris's bullshit, and this is my bullshit. And if it helps y'all guys, I'm not a professional, but I'm pretty fucking good at it. But I'm not out there like all these other guys. I do this because of the love of the fishing that I have my whole life from my grandfather. And Bill Dance. I can't leave him out because, like I said, I used to bass fish in a tube. And my grandpa would take me to bass tournaments, and he would sit in his truck and read the newspaper, smoke his cigarettes, and have his coffee in his thermos. And I'd be in tube tournaments and shit. You know what I mean? And on Saturdays, because I lived with my grandparents, and on Saturdays, Bill Dance would, show up and shit and on TV, and I'd run down the hall. You'd hear that damn music, and I'd be like, yeah, yeah. And he'd slow down. He ain't going nowhere. I said, man, Grandpa, I can't wait for this next episode of bass fishing. Wonder what it's going to be now. He was flathead fishing. I was hooked. From that day, it was 1980. I don't know, but I know I was hooked.
1983.
Somewhere in there. I was 13, 14, give or take, or whatever. But I was catching big ass fish like 20 pounds, 25 pounds. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking, my grandpa and them are using big baits. So I've been using big baits my whole life because that's what I catch is big flatheads. I might catch a couple of tins here and there because I'll downsize a bluegill or something because that's all I got. And you know what I mean? I'll take them home and eat them. But all my baits they got to be hand size. They got to be 8 or 10 inches. But I know this hand size, man, I tell you what, them 30, 40s, and 50s love that hand size bait. Now, them big females, this was in my life of fishing. I noticed them big females, 40, 50s, and 60s, they like them 10-inch baits. Don't get me wrong, you can catch them on 8 still too, but I've noticed these big female flatheads, they like big live bait. That's me. Everybody else can discredit me and call me a liar and all that, but that's just me of what I learned in fishing. You know what I mean? Shit. And I love them. I love them.
In 83, I was 18 years
old. I
got you all beat.
I was catching 20s, 25s, and maybe there was a 30. And then I got my driver's license on October the 10th, which is my birthday, 1970. That's when I was born. But it was 1986, the day I got my driver's license. We all went and stayed the night at the river, and I busted a 40. So I've had 50s and 40s and all that shit by the time I was 20 years old. And like I told you, I use those rattle traps for rattles. I don't use all them demon dragons and all them fucking torpedoes and all that shit. I use a peg float and a rattle trap. So I'm going to do a video when I go live and show y'all that I'm using a bass rattle trap with the hooks cut off. Because that's the rattles that I used to use back in the day that me and my grandpa kind of figured out. And he said, well, try it. It ain't never going to hurt. You might be onto something there, blah, blah, blah. So, and I was hooked. And it's only certain times of the year, April and May. I won't use a rattle any other time. But I might use one maybe after the spawn is over and they're skinny and they're hungry and they're smashing everything. I might. But April and May is my rattle time with rattle traps. Those Rapala rattle traps, the chrome one. Remember the old chrome one? And then they had the one, and then the one that looked like a crawdad. It had the shell. It was drawn black and red, and it looked just like a crawdad.
Yeah,
because you got to look right. But you got to look at them rattle traps. They're about this wide. Mm-hmm. They're not wide at all. They're about that wide. And you tie, say, here's the rattle trap. Well, you have to tie it up here on the top. So when you're pulling it, your jig is swimming like this to catch a bass because you're pulling it, you're tying it right. So you think about it. You cut them hooks off and you do it just like a spook. I don't tie my shit. Less ties in the line, the better I am. So what I do is I run it because it's shaped kind of like this. So I run my line up through in the hole and out through the top hole and come out the front hole. So you can slide it. It don't slide up and down your line. I usually keep mine about that far from my hook. You know what I'm saying? Give or take a little bit back up from my hook. Yeah. And it'll sit in there. And when you got live bait, that rattle is sitting there rattling like it's supposed to in the water.
Mm-hmm.
So I was talking to another guy and he's like, well, maybe we can, I've been talking to him about designs and some things. Maybe we can, start pushing some of that shit. I don't want to sell them. I want to buy a bunch of them and do them and just give them to y'all. Give them in giveaways. I'm not trying to sell or trying to make money off of nothing. I just want people to become a little bit better fishermen. Maybe something that I said or Avid said or Epic says or, Combat Carl or Jody or any of these guys that have a little bit of tips that maybe you can add and girls, sorry, Jody, that you could add to your arsenal to make you become a better fisherman. You know what I mean? To catch a little bit quality, bigger fish. I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? I love helping people. I've been doing it my whole life.
That's one thing I haven't done is shared a lot of my tips and tricks I know because a lot of people say don't catch fish because they don't watch my channel. If they would, then they would know. But then I'd start sharing them. But I'm going to start getting out and doing more fishing this year out live.
Yeah, I mean, this is for me. Me and Chris was talking. It's like every 2 or 3 years you start catching just giants all the time. This is the time. This is the
Oh, you'll
second
catch
year.
giants.
You'll
You'll
catch them all. You might catch random ones, but I'm saying at a norm. A lot of people know what I'm talking about.
You know what? I think you're right, Aaron. I think all fish run in a 3-year pattern.
Well, I'm on my second year with flatheads, so it's last year I did pretty good. You know, I caught 450s. I caught a 45, a 40. Well, I caught 245s, and then I caught a shitload of 30s and probably 5 10s and maybe 4 or 5 20s. It wasn't really good for me. You know what I mean? Usually I'm into like 6 or 7 50s and 6 or 7 4. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just it's so this year is hopefully this year is where I can get what I'm looking for. But I got to get it at Keystone Lake though.
Yeah, but
a couple of y'all guys know what I'm talking about that I've shared some shit to. There's this one certain time of the year that I can go get this fish, and hopefully I can add another color to be Lucky 13 or something else. But anyway, that's another story. But I can't wait.
Lake patterns differ from river patterns.
Yes.
I will say that because I do a lot of river fishing, and the big cats, they're always moving.
Right. They're confined. You're right, Abbott. They're confined in stretches.
Right.
And a lot of
they swim up and down that river looking for food.
Yeah. And they're beat up a lot more in a river too, I noticed, than they are in a lake. There's more acreages in a lake, and they're hard to pattern. They're hard to target. I mean, they're hard because you could be driving, like I said, you could be at 20 foot and there'd be a ledge and it might go under it a little bit. You know what I mean? There might be 350s or 100 or a 60 and 250s or something. And when you're scanning, you don't see that shit. You just drive on by, or a couple standing trees with
One thing I've noticed about the big cats, once they get over 60, 70 pounds, they don't move much. They find a spot, they sit there.
Yep, they do. You know what? But they do. And that's what me and right. Well, me and Combat was talking too. He said they'll run a line for a mile because it's comfortable. It's just like us, like being like you're sitting on your couch. You're in your comfortable spot. Well, that's where they're at. They're right here by a hump or a tree or something, or a drop off or whatever. That's their comfortable spot, and that current's going right over. Well, all of a sudden, you get up and go to the refrigerator. You're hungry.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. They come out and smash shit, I mean,
they come up to ledges and those
right, ledges, trees.
Come by
right. Yeah. Sometimes you don't see them when you're scanning, and like I see these guys bumping for these blues. If I would be, you can bump for these flatheads because flatheads love lures and they love jigs. You use them big old grubs and you bump with the big old grub, you'll catch a big old flathead. You will. I catch them on little bitty jigs about this, the Bobby Garlands. Hell, I'll catch a little. Once I catch a little, every year it happens. I'll catch a blue, then I know they're biting. Then I'll catch a channel cat. I know the channel cats are starting to bite. And then once I catch a flathead on a jig when I'm crappie fishing, then I know it's time for flatheads. It's just a weird deal. It's like, you was always growed up to like, you see the dogwoods and the Bradford Fairs turn white. It's bass fishing time. You see the red buds, crappie, turkey hunting. Then you see the rose bushes, catfish. That was just our little nature's way of the clocks.
Yep.
Just depends on what time. Just depends on what part of the country you're in is what, but.
When up here where I'm at, when the blueberries start falling, is when they start really hammering the flatheads.
Like here?
When the blueberries hit the rivers and lakes, the flatheads are staying nest right up underneath those blueberry trees and eat them.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what, there's another story I had. Me and my son was walking down the river, and there's a big old mulberry tree hanging over over the river. And we were going to a bend where there was a rock wall, and that's where we fished at. And that was on down a little bit. But there's this big old mulberry tree. We'd always stop there and grab a few and eat a shit. You know what I mean? It didn't matter if they had worms on them or not. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? But anyway, I kept seeing these swirls in the water. And I'm like, what the shit? With these channel cat, those ones about 3 or 4 or 5 pounders, them little ones like that, they were up there swirling. So I was like, let's try some shit. So I got my bait rod, my son, we put a couple mulberries on a hook. Shit, we was catching shit out of them little channel cat. We didn't even go down there to go fishing down there at the cliff. We sat there for an hour and a half catching these fuckers, and we got tired. We went home.
They love mulberries. Catfish love mulberries.
I fish this one mulberry tree every spring, and I pull out 20 and 30 pound flatheads out of there.
It's weird because you see all these animals, they got a sweet tooth. It's weird. We all got a sweet. Look at us, we're mammals. We got
That's what I was just getting ready to say, Aaron. They want some sugar. That's just exactly what I was getting ready to say.
They want some sugar, baby. You know.
Yeah.
It puts off a scent they like, and they love it, and they eat it.
Right. Well, I was really thinking about having like a panfish talk about like water temperature and just because I've been talking to a lot of people, and there's not really that much information out there on panfish unless you go watch Lyle and them, you know what I mean? But
they don't really cover the water temperature.
They don't, but you got to think about bluegill. You know what I mean? You can
62 to 68, they go crazy.
Yeah, 60 to 65-ish, yeah. But you can catch them up to 95-degree water, but they love this. They spawn in 70, 75. Flatheads, they're in that hot water. They love flatheads. Flatheads and bluegill love hot water. They love it.
But you get those bluegills active in warm water, look out. You'll never stop catching them. They'll hit anything you throw in the water.
Especially when they start spawning, because you notice, like in my pond, I noticed, I was like, what the shit? I seen all these beds, and it was August. And I'm like, these son of a bitches spawning in August in my pond? So I thought...
Most bluegills will spawn twice a year.
I know, but see, that's what I'm thinking. Flatheads and bluegill. Shellcrackers.
Actually...
I mean, yeah. And plus you but you look and now bluegill, you can catch them in the morning and the evenings. During the daytime, then they start going deep a little bit in the rocks. I mean, you can catch them during the day, don't get me wrong, but it's a good time to catch them is in the morning and the evenings. They go deep. They got to smell it. Huh?
I've heard from a couple biologists every full moon, bluegills to go back to the beds.
I tell you what, on a full moon, I've caught some of the biggest warmouth I've ever caught in my life, crappie fishing on jigs. Warmouths. Things that I'm like, dude, I need to drop this in a boat in like 80 foot of water. You know what I mean? But shit, I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to catch anything over 60 in my kayak. It's dangerous. I don't give a shit what anybody says. If you got a fucking $5,000 kayak, I don't care. It's dangerous. It's scary as F. Because that 74 I caught, what was it, 2 years ago? Chris was on the phone. Me and him was doing shit. I said, man, I got to go. And this, man, I hooked in this son of a bitch. I stuck that sucker in. There's no way he was taking me. And I didn't have my pedals in. You know what I mean? So I was using a boat oar, so I can't do this shit. So I stuck that son of a bitch. And when I knew he was hooked good, I stuck that son of a bitch in that rod holder. And I went to the bank, and that's when I fought him and brought him in. Because there was no way. I mean, he had me turning around, and I mean, I just went out there to go drop baits and come back to the bank. It wasn't as soon as I hit the damn water, that's a bow. And I'm like, whoa, shit. Like, it was on, So hopefully I can go back to that same area and catch that same fish, and maybe it'd be an 80, On my To The Channel on the chick last year, the small bluegill was so thick that the air, you could taste it. Why?
They were in a heavy breeding cycle there.
That's what I was talking about, everybody.
Yep.
Trying to tell people, these fish smell different when they spawn. They got a fucked up smell. I mean, a spotted bass, I tell you what, they spotted bass, crappie, and a bluegills, and a carp. Carp spawn into April, beginning of May, because when I start seeing them in them shallows start splashing around, I'll throw my throw net and I'll bust me a couple of big ones and shit. Cut me a couple big ones.
you get them bluegill in pre-spawn, and they put out an odor that you won't believe.
A lot of people don't realize that. That's why you fish the bank this time of the year, because they're on these beds, they're spawning, they're, and they got a smell, and these fish come up and they smash them out, and then they'll go off. There's like maybe a week or two, maybe a couple weeks window where you can do a few things here and there and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like
A 3 or 4 week window that you can do something before you can even go
right.
back.
I really love crappie. That is my favorite all-time bait, but before July. Now after July, it's bluegill. That's me though. That's me.
From the time it gets to 60 degrees all the way up into when it gets back to 60 degrees in the fall. Because those things hit anything you throw in there.
Right. I don't know, but I know I'm not, me, I'm in no hurry to run out there. I know when there's certain times of the year that I can go bust these big ones. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. There's just certain times of the year that I go. April and May, and August and September, and a little bit in October. I might have said it wrong the other night. I might have said September and October, a little bit in November, but it's me and my shit. I'm all blah, 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 blah. It's going 100 miles an hour in my head, But April and May, August and September, prime for giant flatheads. Coming off the bed, they're hungry. I love flatheads, and I'm very good at it. And if I can help somebody with my, a little bit of knowledge that I've learned, I'd love for y'all to start catching big flatheads because they're tough. They're not like these blues. You see everybody catching blues. You'll see Ed Evans and you'll see guys, Jody, every once in a while. You see hook catfish. They're tough. They're tough to pattern. They're tough to locate, especially in a damn lake because there's so many acreages, But I'm not in a boat, though. I drop bait, so I'm not trying to go out in the lake and try to pattern and chase. I just know certain times of the year where I can go to get these big ones, and I'm good,
Jody,
What?
if the bluegills are spawning, that'd be
Hang on, I'll be right back. Hang on.
In shallow water.
Well, like I said, the other night there's 5 places that I came up with in my head that, they could be wrong, or whatever, but these are 5 of my places that I came up with. You know what I'm saying? And
They're just 5 places that work in your area.
well, I did it. Well, anyway, yeah, I guess so.
In the area.
Hang on. I'm trying to sign these papers for Sierra's school right here, so I'm just, hang on a second.
Yeah, anytime I see like white bass, bluegill, or anything like that in pre-spawn or spawning, and they have that real fishy odor, and they're close to the bank, I will always put baits in there where they're at because I know flatheads and blues are going to be right there on them.
You damn right they are.
Smell them.
Yeah,
I love them.
They probably taste that smell in the water.
Oh, those blues, those white bass, the stripers, the hybrids, the bass.
Let me ask you something. What's your favorite? What's one of your favorite foods that you smell that makes your belly growl and you want to eat it? It's just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And anytime you got fish, it's
just
and they pull off that fish smell, those flatheads and blues are after them. They'll chase them.
Yep, that'd be a good. Avid, that'd be a good segment on your show, bluegill topic one night, because nobody talks about that. Because we're catfish fishermen. We don't talk about bait fishing. We don't talk about that, but it needs to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? Like if you see ducks, throw some bread out there. You need some bluegill, throw some hook. You'll catch bluegill. I mean, there's a lot of little tricks that that.
I've seen flatheads come up and eat a baby duck.
Shit, I use baby chickens in this watershed pond that we used to catch, 40s and 50s. That's all you could catch out of there, and that's all they wanted to eat. I've used bluegill. I've used cut bluegill. They wanted baby chickens, so we would go to the feed store and we'd have 5 or 6 baby chickens running around our floorboard. No shit.
I watched this mama duck with her 12 babies behind her on a lake swimming. Then I seen this mob come up behind the last one and suck it right up down in the water.
All right, baby. All right.
That baby duck never came back up, so I knew he become catfish bait.
There was 5 places that I thought there might be a couple more or whatever. I had the mouth, river rock walls, the ultra shallows, rocky points, and definitely under lights. Because a lot of people say, "Oh, you ain't gonna catch no flatheads. They don't like light." Well, I'll tell you what, they got to come eat under lights.
I tell you what, anybody that fishes down below a dam and you see those walls that come out where barges go in and out, if you can cast close to them, down towards the lead points, there's always a hole right in the front where flatheads go in.
Yep.
And you put your baits up around there, you're gonna catch big flatheads, and that's from the bank.
Well, hopefully I get to do what I get to do this year, and y'all are gonna like shit. You're gonna be like, "What the fuck? This is cool." You know what I mean? So hopefully it will turn out for me this year. If not, it will next year. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm in no rush. There's a place up here called Keystone Lake where you got the Arkansas River and the Cimarron River, and that's where they go spoonbill, snagging spoonbill. We got the world record and the state record right up here, right up here. You know what I'm saying? So I go up there in May.
If you guys know where there's a low water dam on the rivers,
saddles.
I know, but I'm saying low water dam. Because low water dams hold up a lot of your flatheads right there.
And an inside corner, because you got to think about it. You got a corner of a river like this. Say there's the corner. You got it's flowing really good around the edge, but right out here in the front, it's kind of not as kerny. That's a good flathead spot right there.
I like right on the curve. The downside.
That's what me and Chris was talking about. He's like, "Man, can we get that boat?" He'll be on the current side catching blues. I'll be on the side over here on the boat catching flatheads. Because but anyway, there's a different story. But sorry, I gotta go. But anyway, I should have said that. But anyway, I didn't mean to say that. I lied. I'm a liar.
Disregard the man behind the curtain.
No shit. Yeah, I love me, man. Sorry.
Go ahead. Don't say it.
I get off on fish talk.
I gotta get my stuff ready for work, and I'll be in chat.
All right, see you later, Ab.
Later, Abby.
I just love fish talking. I'm excited about. I just love fish talk because that's my hobby, my whole life. You know what I mean? I love fish talk. I love it. I'd like to hear it.
I enjoy listening.
I don't know. I'm just, you know me. I'm blah, 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 like fucking, shit. I just can't help it,
When I catch my first caddy, I'll be a pro.
You just I'm not a pro. I'm just good at what I do. You know what I mean? I'm not a professional. I'm not, but I'm just good at catching 30, 40s, and 50s out of a lake on a norm. And if you can do that, hey, you're pretty fucking good in my book. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
Because usually you're only going to catch 1 or 2 a night. You might lose one when the rod pops back up. Bing. You might lose one. You might, certain times of the year, they're going to smash them and you're going to hook them anyway. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what size long a rig you use. But I usually use an 18 or a 20 an 18. Wait. No, it's a 22. What is it? Let me measure this. Hang on. It's 22. 18 and a 22 is what I use, because sometimes those flatheads, they like it short and sweet. They just want to come smash it. And then sometimes you got a little bit of extra line and it gives them a little bit more where they're playing, and they kind of want to, those flatheads kind of like, they, you know what I'm saying?
What's saddle and stuff?
Sometimes they'll smash out shit. You need to explain what a saddle is like, here, let me put me on solo layout and I'm going to draw this. Say like you got a, like this. Okay, say I'm fishing a point. All right. And here's the land or whatever. Wait. Okay. Let me try to explain this. You see, say I'm out here. Wait. Ah, look at that. See that weenie? No, okay. Look, say this is a point. I'm fishing off the point. Wait, this is hard to do. But anyway, say that's the point I'm fishing. All right. And this all out here is the lake. Then you got this little dip that comes in like this, and then it comes out. Okay, now, God dang it. Let me try it like this. Right, where are we at? Okay, right here. Can y'all see that? You got a hill coming down here. You got a hill coming down here, and you got a hill coming down here. That's a saddle. Now, right out here in front, it might be from right here. It might be, dang it. Give me from right here out to right here. Here, let me see it. Okay, hang on. Let me see it. Okay, say there's a line, there's a line, there's a line, and maybe there's a closer line. Okay, let me see if y'all can see that. Okay, now see, these are my navionic lines. That might be a 3. That one might be an 8. This one might be a 12. This one might be a little bit like a 15 or a 20. Okay, we see that X? That's a transition spot that they're going to hang out at right there. And then they will come in here because a saddle is you got this hill, these arrows. Dang it, this is hard. You got damn it, you got that hill coming down to the water. You got this back one coming down, and then you got this one coming down. So you got 3 hills coming down in a transition spot right there. That is one of my favorite places to fish. That's called a saddle or a cut in a river. Say like you got there. Say like that's your river, Jody. That's coming down, and there's the bank of your river right here. You fish that X on the inside because this water over here is just rushing like a son of a bitch. We're talking about a river now. This over here is rushing like a son of a bitch, but out here it's not. They're ambushing shit. Sometimes you can catch flatheads. Damn it. I'm sorry, guys. This is tough for me to do. You can catch them up here in the river. But it's because they like, you know what I mean? It's a saddle. But that's what a saddle is. Where you got 3 different hills coming down into one right here. And they'll hang out right here until they get ready to eat. And then they'll come up here and they'll run a line. That's why when I leave my kayak, I go out and I put one on this line, maybe this line or this line. You see what I mean? And if I catch one out here on this line, I'll reel my other ones up and I'll take them out and I'll drop all 3 of my rods out here on that line because that's where I caught them, and I'll start catching more. Even though it's a little bit extra pain in the ass, but it gives me something to do. You know what I mean? Instead of leaving my rods out there, even though I'm still catching it on this one rod, fuck that. I'm taking these other 2 out there so I can catch 3, But that's kind of a saddle. I'm sorry that it was kind of hard to explain, but you just got 3 different sides coming down into one. Y'all kind of understand a little bit? I mean, like I said, I'm not fucking Epic and Combat Carl and shit. I'm just some fucking country ass motherfucker that I'm not a seminar talking, you know what I mean, guy.
I understood everything you said right there. I understood every bit of it perfectly. Where the 3 points come down in that turn, in that curl right there. Yeah, I understand.
Yes, because if you got rocks or wall or trees, there's bait fish all around. I mean, it's like, and if you got a light right here or a light out here or a light back here, but I mean, you look at Catfish Dave when he was bait fishing. You look at me. We kind of fish off of boat ramps, feeding stations where lights are, like, because you got to think about it. There's people dump bait in the water when they bring their boats in. They throw fish off that they caught all day that they don't want to skin. It's just, there's lights, microplankton, plankton. It's just a very, very good spot to fish. You don't have to sit on a fucking boat ramp and throw it, but you just got to look at what your shit is. You know what I mean? You can if you want. I mean, I don't care. I mean, but I really, really love feeding stations, especially around marinas. I tell you what, they'll come from the other end of the lake, come down here and smash some shit out and go back. And they'll be back home at daylight. or whatever. Or they'll hang out in this little transition area where my ex was right here, because I've caught them right at daylight, like that. Like how when you've been fishing all night long, and all of a sudden, say like the sun that starts getting blue, about say 6 o'clock, 5:45 or some shit. It starts to get blue and it starts to get where you can kind of see that daylight. Well, from there's probably about a 30, 45 minute, maybe an hour, maybe 30 minutes. It'll get cold. It could be 90 fucking degrees, but all of a sudden it gets cold for about 30 minutes and then the sun comes up. That's a really good time to catch flatheads. For real. Just like 10 o'clock at night. I love 10 o'clock at night, 10 to 2. You can catch them at 9, 8, 7, whatever. But my favorite times is 10 to 2 during the nighttime and 10 to 2 during the day, because that's when the moon's underfoot. There's a moon every week. So, I was raised with the Indians and learned the moons, the stars, the planets, the flowers, that was our clocks, nature clocks. But if, did that help you, Jody, at all? I mean, I'm, how I am. I'm blah, 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 fucking, But, that's a saddle. That's just like deer hunting. If you find a saddle with a funnel, you're going to kill a monster buck. I mean, I don't know if I really drew it kind of correctly, but like I said, that's what a saddle is. You got 3 hills coming down in one, 3 banks, and there's a transition spot. You know why those flatheads hang out in that transition spot? They're ambushing their asses because you got 2 hills coming down like this, and you got one in the back. So they got a backstop. It's kind of like a backstop to a baseball player. Hey, you got that backstop? Right. So it's, kind of
far, yeah.
Right. And they sit out there. They come up, boom. Hit a home run, bow, boom, yeah. Shit. You know what I mean? I'm a little hyper tonight, man. It's been pretty good though, man. I'm ready. I've talked to a couple of. You've explained it to me before, but I knew other people didn't know what it was. All right. I mean, I love a saddle, inside corner, especially in a river. But I'm talking a lake too. But you can find them in a lake, and because like I said the other night, I kind of messed up, because I go so fast. And Indiana Chris asked me. He said, "Aaron, why do you not fish rivers anymore and you fish lakes?" Well, I said because the lakes are going down. Well, I messed up. The rivers are starting to go down because of the drought and where I'm at in Oklahoma. So I switched to reservoirs. You know what I mean? There's some big ass fish in these reservoirs. You don't think? Yeah, I got one that I guarantee you. But anyway, that's a 3-digit fish.
Oh, hey, when the rivers get low like that, they got to go to the reservoirs because that's the only place that's good for them.
Right.
Well,
I like reservoirs.
Anyway.
I like reservoirs. I like small, deep reservoirs. Now you look at that one up there in Kansas, Liberty. No, what was the name of that? Somebody could probably Google it, but that's where that 123-pound flathead come from, right up there in Kansas. Yeah, that's a big son of a bitch, or a big sucker. Sorry, Randy. Sorry, Randy. Damn. Sorry, Rick. Any other questions? I want to know, or that maybe I can help you answer, because I'm an idiot. Like I said, I'm not a professional. This is just my experience through my life. That's all. How many people's in here listening to my dumb shit? 2?
Now we got about 12. We had about 18 in there a while ago.
Until I got up.
No, true.
I don't know. I just love flatheads, and I love talking about it. I get excited. They're awesome. They're an awesome fish.
Well, they're absolutely worthy of the excitement, though. I mean,
I love them. I'm excited. I mean, me. I have OCD, and I count and I'm all, plus my, I'm hyper, but anyway, it's no excuse or nothing I'm trying to give y'all. It's just, y'all know me. I'm very hyper. My mind's always going with creative stuff, ideas, just, it goes 90 to nothing. And my mouth, I go, blah, 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 you know what I mean? It's just me, but I love to talk about fishing. I just love it. And I like this, that people will listen, even if they might think I'm wrong about some things. Hey, so what? I'm not perfect. This is just me and what I've learned, shit. But I would love to somebody to do a panfish talk. I would love it. I mean, there's so much information out there for us trophy catters that we need to know to catch bait. Just little simple things that you're like, oh shit, I didn't think about bending my hooks. They don't kill all my bluegill, so they don't swallow my hook. Well, a lot of people are going to smaller circle hooks, like the ones that I got right here. They're about that big. So they just, once they suck them in, they're hooked. Like pressure. There's a lot of things we can talk about bluegill. You got a pressure coming in, it fucks them all up. It's like any other fish.
We was catching bluegill for bait left and right. And yesterday we couldn't hardly catch one. I mean, we caught plenty, but it was a struggle. Now, ain't that weird?
No, it's not. It's the pressure. You got to look at these big fish. When you got a full moon or a new moon, that pressure is pushing down in the earth, and it fills that fucking bladder up inside of them. They'll either raise up, and a lot of them, big ones, won't bite on a full moon because they feel full because of that bladder that they got inside of them. Sometimes they won't bite because they feel full. I hate full moon. I hate full moon fishing. I hate it.
We were using wax worms and nibbles, and I was I was catching 2 to 3 bluegill on them nibbles compared to the wax worms. Yesterday, wax worms was tearing them up, and I couldn't hardly catch one on a nibble.
Take you a couple pieces of bread and throw out there by the bank. Chum their asses. Them big ones will come in there. They'll chase them little ones off, and you'll get bigger ones.
I just figure it's the wind and rain, the cold and wind blowing.
It is too, but they got to eat too. You know what I mean? They just probably went a little deeper. But I love bluegill fishing, especially on a full moon during the day or a new moon. I catch some big bluegill during the. You can catch them out of the lake too. You can catch some big bluegill.
Oh, yeah.
Big bluegill, trophy bluegill. Shit. For real.
Catch them everywhere.
Huh?
All off the bank. They're thick.
Oh, I know. But I was just saying, you throw a piece of bread out, just throw a piece of bread out there, man. Just throw a couple chunks up, break it apart, and throw it out there, and then they'll start doing their thing. Them bigger ones will come in, a little bit more of them, and you throw a throw net down there and take them all. Shit. For real. No, I just wanted to come up and bullshit with y'all for a little bit. You know how I am when I start talking. Hell, it's already been shit. I ain't shut up 41 minutes.
Hey, look, guys, I gotta go. It's time for work.
All right, brother. Thanks.
Peace out,
Aaron. Hey,
yep.
Glad to talk to you. I've listened to everything you said. You filled my head with some thoughts.
You don't have to I'm not.
No,
I'm not I'm just a guy that loves doing what I do, and I'm very good at it. You know what I mean? So if I can help y'all with some tips, man, it makes me feel good because I love to teach and show and shit. I might not be the best teacher out there, but fuck it. If you stick with me, I might give you a B. Or a C. I might pass you. Shit.
But you know so much more about the fish that I want to catch this year, so I want to listen to you because flatheads is on my list this year.
Hey, they're tough. If you can, I mean, they're tough. Just April and May and have fun with big baits.
Yeah, you know what?
Hand size.
I agree, and I agree with everything you say too because I won't fish or use crappie after June because the meat is not as firm as it is in the spring. Fall as it is in the summertime.
Well, I will use crappie. I'll use it all year round. I don't give a shit. But I like using bluegill more after July than I do crappie.
Yeah,
I do.
They're more.
They're going deep and they're not right. Well, you got to think it's hot. It's been 100 degrees all fucking summer.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Them crappie ain't up around that fucking bank. It's time to use bluegill.
Yep.
You know, but whatever. I mean, you still can catch them. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm just, it's just me and my dumb
No, you're
shit.
right. You still can, but for the most part, it's time to switch over to the bluegill because they're the most prevalent fish in that area at that time.
I just wish that I would like for y'all, if y'all really want to catch a nice flathead, try that waist high Kentucky rig. Let me show you something before you go. Hang on. I'm going to show you this.
I got about 5 minutes, man.
I know. Hey, just hang on a second. I don't know if I can.
We're cool. I got about 5 minutes.
Hang on. Let me I'll use this leader line right here out of here where it's kind of big and thick. Hang on. Y'all probably know this. I do it. Now, you got to think about this. When everybody says you're using the Carolina rig and you're using minnows, it's a Carolina rig. It's just downsized. You got to think about this. You got a hook. You put a min on it. You got a leader. You got a swivel and a little weight. That's a Carolina, but it's micro.
Right.
You got to think about these drop shots, all this little shit we're using. It's the same rigs, but they're just downsized.
Right.
Hang on. Let me show you this real quick. It's untangled. I had it all ready for Glacier Shark because I was giving him this because I'm never going to use this son of a bitch. He deserves it anyway. He's cool. I really like him.
Yeah, he's got some smack ass videos, no doubt.
Yeah, he got him another boat. Got to do a bigger boat, so that's got to do some work on it. But anyway, hang on a minute. Just give me a second. I'm trying to untangle this so I had it all. Okay, look. All right, now, will you put me on solo for a second, Rick, please? I'm going to show you this. Now, look. Okay, you start your Kentucky rig. Okay, say you put your loop in it at the bottom like this, and you tie your knot in it like this. Okay, you just tie your little old knot deal in it like that. See how you do it like that? And then you can just take that right there, and you just put your your whatever sinker, you just stick it through the hole and pull it out through there. You know what I mean? Like that. Okay, then you come up. Oh, shit. Hang on a second. Okay, then you come up. Okay, if I stand up, you know what I mean? It'll come up to about my waist right here, about the top of this. Okay, see, I got my weight down here. That's a waist high. Okay, I make my loop like this. And then what I do, like, I grab these two right here, these two lines after I looped it, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, I can only do 5 on this one. I usually do 7 or 8. Okay, and then you put your hook on. You don't put your hook on there. You just bring that up through the middle like this. Well, it's kind of hard. But anyway, it's thick line. But anyway, you got your loop right here. Like that. Whoops. Hooked me.
I know exactly what you're doing.
And you just tie it, and then you got your loop. Right, I know it's really tough to see, but anyway, then you got your loop, and then you take that and you put your hook in there, and that's a Kentucky rig, all the way from but a lot of people do it from their weight, and they'll come up about this far. Not very far at all, maybe a foot, 16, 18 inches. Try a waist-high one and see if that helps you. That was hard to tie, I'm sorry. It was just that thick, 500-pound freaking line, but you know what I'm saying? You just take that. Wonder if I got any other right here. I don't think I do. Oh yeah, right here. Here's right here. It looks just like this one right here. Whoops, let me put that back on there. Okay, you see that loop where I tied see that knot?
Yep.
I'm using the Kentucky. Look, you got to think about this. You see this jig where it's tied straight on?
Yeah.
And I got a loop? That's a fucking Kentucky rig. But I'm jig fishing with it. I mean, you got to think about all these rigs that are out there, and you got to think, oh, well, fuck. You know what I mean? Because if I take these jigs off and I put a weight on here, take that jig off of this loop right here, and put a hook, I'm going to channel catfish. It's a Kentucky rig.
Yep.
Now, when you're fishing for crappie and you got your little bitty hook right here and you're putting a minnow on it and you come up and you got your swivel right here and you got maybe a little bitty bail sinker or maybe a smash weight. That's fucking Carolina rig. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about this. There's downside this, drop shots, and like those three-way rigs that everybody uses, the long leaders, and they got the three-way with a little bitty one. That's just a fucking drop shot. You know what I mean? Yeah.
All right. I got to go.
I'll see y'all later. I got to go too. See y'all. Thanks for letting me be an idiot again. And, you know.
Good talk to you, bro. Good talk to you.
Right. I sleep with these damn things. Shit.
Rick, good talk to you.
I got them all over me.
Everybody in chat. Hi-yo.
See, I got a perfect one right here. Look at right here. See my bobber?
Yeah.
See my swivel? Goes up.
Yeah.
See my hook? It's a Carolina rig.
Yep,
it's a Carolina rig. Yeah,
yep.
I mean, it's all relative.
Yeah, just a smaller one. Yep. All right, guys. Deuces, I'm out of here.
But you don't use that for bluegill, do you, Aaron?
Yeah. Fuck yeah, I do.
It was a freaking hook and a little bitty weight. That's it.
Well, the bigger ones, if you use a bobber and set it down a little bit and throw it out just a little bit farther, you'll catch bigger bluegill.
I just put the bait on the bottom and jig it. Just jig it.
Right. But I always use a bobber.
A little bitty hook, long shank one. That way they don't swallow.
Right. That's what I was trying to tell y'all that one night. It was a fluke thing is what happened. I caught a bass and I couldn't get the hook out of his mouth and it bent that son of a bitch and it ended up looking like this, like a circle hook.
Yeah.
So what I do now is I take a pair of pliers and I just bend that son of a bitch just a little bit. So when those bluegill suck it in, and it sucks it in, it automatically hooks in the top of their face and they don't swallow. Yeah. Now I might get one or two that's just so damn hungry he gorges it, and I might catch him on the gill, and I just open the gill up and take the hook out and just pull it out of his mouth, and he's fine. Maybe a little blood, but he's good. You know what I mean? Shit.
Yeah.
As long as you don't rip it out of his mouth, but. That's what I'm saying. Right. All these rigs are the same. They're just downsized. You know what I mean? That's it's just downside. That's a micro right here. That is a micro Carolina rig right here.
Yeah.
With a bobber and a weight. It's just bigger shit.
Yeah, I don't use bobber, nothing, none of that shit.
All right, well, I do sometimes.
Hey, did you catch any fish today?
I'm gonna get off here, Rick. I'm tired. I didn't want to be up here this long. I just want to come up, apologize, say, hey man, let's have fun. And
I'm not gonna stay here much longer. I'm gonna get out of here in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm fucking sweating. It's hot it's humid. The humidity is 78. Yeah. We got a bunch of storms and tornadoes and hail and all that shit coming in tomorrow. That's why it's 77 degrees today. Yeah. While y'all say, I'm gonna let it. I don't know who's in chat. I haven't seen anything. So everybody who said hi, hey, you know what I mean, and
see you.
Bye. Same old.
Hey, 217. No, sir. One bite and that was it. Damn. I was kind of wondering what Clinton's doing. We've been thinking about. I don't know. It's a long drive up to do striper fish and shit, and I don't know if the water's warm up there or not. But I was wanting to find out what your water temp was up there in Clinton. Do you know? Hey, Glacier Shark, man, I'm glad to see you in here, buddy. I hadn't seen you for a while. What's this? Somebody said you got a new boat. You take Wilson out on the boat with you? The lake opens up April 1st. Hell, I didn't know the lake was closed. You mean for boats it opens? I'll be darned, I didn't know that. We were trying to figure out what other lakes. We're fishing Sandcrest for stripers, and we're not doing very good. I caught one this year, and I lost another one. But we talked to Conservation Department the other day, and they haven't stocked that in 5 years. They quit stocking it. So And when he found out I caught a 16-pounder, he got kind of excited about that. So I'm not sure how many's left in there. We were talking about other lakes to fish and kind of mentioned Shelbyville and Clinton. I don't know what other lakes around here's got them that's really close to me. But hell, I don't want to drive very far with gas prices the way things are. So April 1st it opens up. I sure didn't know it was closed. Learn something new every day. Anyway, guys, I'm going to give it, got about 7 more minutes, 7, 8 minutes. That'll be 2 hours. That'll be good enough for me. I know they're wanting to go live on some other channels, so appreciate everybody stopping by. What's that say? Yes, they close between DeWitt 48. No boats are allowed in there between. I'll be darned. I didn't know that. I have to tell my buddy Ray that. He may already know it, but we were discussing it the other day about it. I haven't been up there. God, it's 20, 25 years. We used to fish up there by the, I think the rope there at the hot ditch. All right, everyone. I thought it was a good BS session. I appreciate it, buddy. I kind of learned something about that saddle deal I didn't know. 32-foot fiberglass Monterey Clipper. Sounds good. Sounds like a good one, Glacier. I have to get on your channel, man, and check it out. I ain't been on there for a while, so I ain't been on YouTube a whole lot lately. I hear you there. Good little bull crap session tonight. Learned a few things there I didn't know. So anybody got any other special deal they want to talk about? We're going to try it tomorrow, 217. I think we're going to try and hit maybe San Chris. The wind's supposed to blow, supposed to rain. We can deal with the rain if it's warm, but our lake's too big when the wind blows. Too big of caps. So we're going to hit, probably hit San Chris. We can handle them waves pretty good. Yeah, I haven't either. Glacier Shark. We're going to try to. Maybe shake up some different baits. I might throw some lures too while we're there. Do some trolling. Hell, who knows? We might switch over and try for a flathead. But I think the water's still kind of cool. All right, River Rat. Good night, buddy. Thanks for being here. 217 up in the air. Glacier Shark, Joe, Pontoon, Jody, and everybody else that's in here. I'm going to call this a night. I'm kind of tired myself. Huckleberry, good to see you. Robert Moldlin, Joe, Ashley, Brady. Of course, Wendy. I think she's on another live. Y'all have a good one. I appreciate each and every one of you stopping in and chatting with me. All right, Wendy, I thought maybe you were already gone. We're going to hit the sack here in a little bit. I think we're going to get up in the morning, maybe try and go do a little fishing. So y'all have a good night. We'll catch y'all later. Thank you. We'll call it a quits here. Getting pretty close here. Let me double check everybody. I like to give it at least 2 hours. Yeah, 217. You gonna fish again tomorrow, man? Maybe I'll catch you on there. If not, I'm sure we'll catch you another time. See, I have no idea what you're talking about there, but I'm learning. Somebody said topwater. I don't know. Does topwater, do they work in a lake for stripers? Videos I've seen, if you got current, like in the river, they work. But in a lake, they're down on the bottom of deep water mostly, so I don't know. It's all new to me. So we're going to try some different stuff. That's kind of weird. The first day we ever tried it, I caught one and missed another one, and haven't been able to hook one since. So I think the water needs to warm up just a little bit more. Y'all have a good night. Thanks again. We'll end this. Call it a good night. Catch y'all.